Hey YouTube, Mark Hoffman here, and today I want to talk to you about the Benchmade 940. Yeah, for quite a few years I actually fought buying this. I'm going to talk about why I eventually bought one, why I didn't originally buy one, and what I thought about it when I didn't have one. So originally I thought this was an ugly knife. I really didn't get it. This was, of course, before I even held one. I didn't get it. I didn't get the shape of the blade. I was like, that's an elongated spay blade. I mean, it really looks like a spay blade, and it didn't look, for me, I was in the mindset like, you know what, that ain't enough. That ain't a lot of blade to last a very long time. Like, I feel like this blade wouldn't last too long compared to, what would be something comparable, like something like that. There's just a little bit more blade there. So for me, I just didn't think the blade was too attractive. I didn't think the green was too attractive either, and I was like, whoa, what's up with the purple? Why the hell would he do that? But actually, this knife was designed, and Osborn designed this to be able to use it on the ranch that he ran, and to also be able to put it into a suit and it would still look good. He also designed this to be able to accommodate many different hand shapes. I mean, this is a very neutral shaped handle. You could have a hand that comes down here and still be very comfortable because of that curve down here. Or you could have a smaller hand that comes all the way up here and have all this sticking back, and you still have a very comfortable grip. I don't really agree with the jimping back here. It doesn't do anything for me except place a spot for my thumb. It's not deep enough really to cause any grip. Would have appreciated some over here, but other than that, I mean, like, it's a super comfortable knife. The other reason that I never really bought one was they were expensive. These were expensive, and they still are. I mean, they're almost $200 for one of these knives, and for me, I'm like, that's pretty dear. And then it wasn't until my boss actually became an authorized dealer for Benchmade, and he got one of the limited editions in, and I was playing with it, and I'm like, holy cow, this thing, this knife, this specific one that I'm holding, has the best action out of all of my knives. Out of every single knife I own, this has the best action, and I've touched nothing on it. It's incredible. And so I was hooked. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get one. I'm going to get one. And I originally was going to get the black. And then it wasn't until about 10 months ago, I sold one of my watches, which I think it was a Breitling Galactic 41, big date. And I sold one of those, and I kept a bunch of the money. And then I was like, you know what? I'll treat myself, and I will get the knife that I've been wanting for a while. I have the Benchmade Freak. And I have the Benchmade Super Freak, and I love the action on that, and the handle on that is fantastic. And see, that knife there, that blade, I feel is going to last forever. This one's just thin and dainty, but after I decided to purchase this one, and I decided to get the green one because I started diving into Benchmade's past designs, and one of the things that sparked my interest about this is when Osborn designed this, it was released almost 20 years ago, and back then everybody was putting out black handled knives. Everybody had a black handled knife, and he originally did the green because people were not doing colored knives. I mean, if anybody was doing colored knives, it was Spyderco. And he decided, I'm going to do a green handle, and I'm going to do a flash of purple in the back just to differentiate this knife from the others. And I thought that was such a cool story to share. So I ended up going for the green. And after having this knife and using it, this blade is fantastic for small nooks and crannies. You can get in there and do some serious work. It's got a real stable blade thickness that is going to really allow for some work. You have a nice swedge back here, but also you have a nice thick tip. I mean, you can get a lot of work done. This is not going to be the best slicer, but it's a great worker, and there's a lot of stability in that blade, and that's what I was missing. Is it wasn't going to be a slicing knife, but it was definitely going to be one that you could put to work. And so I ended up buying this, and I had wanted it for a while. I originally didn't like it, but it is one of my favorite knives, and it is fantastic. I mean, man, that action is so responsive. I mean, it bounces right off of the back bar there, but I mean, if you put too much force on it, but I mean, man, you don't have to do a lot to get this thing open. And of course you can open it by just pulling on the lock bar there, but what a beautiful knife. It really is a fantastic blade, and if you're thinking about getting one, I would probably get one before they price hike it again. The 20th anniversary of the Osborn 940 is going to be coming up very soon, if it hasn't already, and I suspect Benchmade's going to up the price. I don't know, I don't have any inside info on that, but I feel like that's what they're going to be doing. So that's my thought. But I just wanted to share this knife with you, why I got it. I got it because I love the history and the story behind it. Why I didn't buy it, which is just, I mean, I didn't really like the design, but now I see why it's so great. And then just how I ended up getting it. I had to make a sacrifice. I sold a watch and put some money away in savings and treated myself. So yeah, sometimes you've got to do that to get the knives that you want, and this is one that I've wanted for a while, and I don't suspect myself getting another one of these because this is pretty much the only one that I want when it comes to the Osborn. So if you guys enjoyed this video, thank you so much for taking a look, and if you enjoyed it, leave a like, leave a comment, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time and spending time with me to talk about this knife out of my collection. So wherever you are, if it's night or day, may it be a great one, and enjoy it.